If you find something you love to do, it's not work. So the thing that makes it work is when there's funds involved. That is the main thing. I like making food as well. That's the other thing. Most people don't like making food. I can see the future, my future. That's something I feel like. The dreams and shit, like it just corresponds. Like through dreams, I will say. I already see that. I can already see some shit. So still a lot of us are we're very segregated in just housing where people live. So I would feel that is still from colonization.
Would you rather have penis-sized nipples or a nipple-sized penis? Eating is how is that colonized? Would you say we colonizers or culinary guys?
Yes, because I would say the food and stuff that we eat in.
Why do you think that South Africa is still colonized? Yes, we are back again with another episode of the CWTK Podcast. I have a liquor guest today. He goes by the name of Ra'ai, and he's been a few times on our other podcasts. So yeah, brought him back. So Ra'ai, first question that I always ask everyone. Who are you and what do you do?
Must I hold it? You're gonna hold it for me?
Yeah, I'll hold it.
Okay. Blessed love, Rastafari guide. Who I am I. That's who I am. First, I am I. Are you asking me it on a deep level, or can I give it? No, okay, yes. Yeah, I am I. I am the word. I am the sound, and I am the power. And I'm Mr. Thurston. Thurston Jacobs. Come from the Kraaifontein. Yeah, man is here to change the world. Man is here to spread knowledge, to bring awareness, to preserve and hold memory of the past, the present, the future. And I am here to spread love. Most definitely, we are for the love and the experience. So yes, I am I. Give thanks.
Cool. There you go. You got that long explanation. So it's a lot because most people are I am so and so I do this. But it's fine. I'm not saying that is wrong. Okay, before I get into all of that, because I want to, there's a few questions here. Let us just have this an introduction. So, where does the name Ra'ai come from?
Okay. The name Ra'ai comes from, I'll say, various inspirations, and then from a moment also in time. Like, I was looking for a name as man was now doing the rapping. So it's 29, Ra'ai came in 2019, yes. So I was looking for a name because I have nicknames, personal nicknames and so, but I was looking also at how am I gonna direct myself in this music and hip hop career and scene. So my name before I was Tribal. Like I chose it. I thought I told you also about it, Tribal. And then I did a research and I checked like there's already an artist named Tribal. So I was like let me leave that. And then I was just lumming and I thought okay, esoteric. I like putting patterns together and creating alignments. So I was also in learning about African history, learning about Egypt, Kemet, and I was very influenced. Like my whole life already, I was influenced by the eye, like that, just the shape, the symbol of the eye in all its forms. Like it was always something that I liked, and I would use that symbol. So the I comes from that, as in the I, it's written as an I though, the letter I, you see. So that's where the I comes from, and then the Ra as well comes from that I also. So the I of Ra is from an Egyptian god. okay, not from Egyptian god. The Ra is an Egyptian god. The eye of a Ra is like symbolizing of like the divine conscious. So it's so one side is eye of Horus, your other side is the eye of Ra. So man was learning about that, and that also attracted me. So I was like, nah, let me add this also in. So then just using that because, as I said, I like the eye, and the eye also been following me. So I chose that from that, and then another inspiration came from Rastafari. Like this, the word Rastafari. I chose the beginning of it, and I chose the end part of it off. So I said Ra and I, and I was like, okay, no, that too also that works because I wanted to, as I said, I was looking for a source to grab a name from, and then I was learning Egypt, and I was learning Rastafari and African consciousness. So yeah, so then I observed, and it came from there. And since then, I was working just on my spelling, but now we have him sorted. So that is the origin.
So the spelling now you're saying, how do you spell
All
it?
capital letters. It's R-A space I, 3 letters.
What made you go with all capitals?
I would say for a personal thing was also just as in to level up to myself, as in I am at that conscious where it's big things happening. I must be able to do and handle a lot. I must be able to do more than I can, you see. So it's big. Doof, doof, doof. We grab you, full focus, impact. You see, you must. We operate like that. And then the Ra, I would say, just looking at it, it looked like, as I said, with experience, it looked nice, just like Ra eye. So I wanted a Ra eye, you see. So that it adds more.
Yeah. In the Western culture, most the writing in capitals is not supposed to be also shouting. That's why they say don't write the email in capitals.
What? Not abbreviate it. It makes it bigger, man. It makes it seem more exciting. You
Makes it
see,
stand out,
makes
yeah.
it stand out. There we go.
Do you have a job currently? It's fine. You can look. It's not like you got to answer at that
I'm
moment.
gonna answer
You
this.
see, but do you have a job currently?
I am always working. I do not have a 9 to 5. I don't have a stable income at the moment. But I am working. I have my business, Abokan Arts, that we're doing works for. So I'm working on projects for that.
What type of work are you doing?
At the moment, I am doing a coloring. No, coloring. This is a children's booklet. It's a storybook about ants. There's one sister from the North Africa. She's also from here. She's now in the North Africa, but she's originally from she said Johannesburg, yeah. Cape Town, Cape Town. So me and her, we're working on a project together. So that is the one works. What other works?
You said it's a story about ants.
It's like, yeah, it's like a book. She has a story. I'm just doing the imagery, like the background. So she has the written poem vibe also. So she's gonna put that in after the drawings, the illustrations are there. She's gonna put that word.
You also said now you do a coloring. You did a coloring book. Huh? How did you get into that? Why a coloring book out of all the things?
Is that honestly that idea that was inspired by I9 actually in 20, I think it was 2020 or 2020, yeah. So he was voicing like, nah, man, the man's work is respect, it's God leveled. So there's a lot of avenues a man should tap into. And then he made that mention, like, because I wasn't there, because I was just drawing and designing, and I want to, like, the comic book vibe and stuff like that is there, but then he said of a coloring book. So that made me always think. And then last year's 2024. So yeah, so 2023. Yeah, 2023. Then the idea came. Then I was more manifesting, more thinking about it, as in I want to do more with my art, man. As in I want to speak to a bigger range, and as like I want to teach more and might bring more awareness. So I'm fine, like just looking at myself, I learned a lot from just remembering pause books, coloring books, or just story books. So I thought like nah, there wasn't in my remember there wasn't that like indigenous story coloring books that I could color or did color in now also I'm not seeing too much. So I can find like now I can influence and entertain and educate at the same time the youths, which is one of the biggest the drives and impacts for me to make in. So I saw now the coloring books actually work and also a lot I was like I was looking at this over like the they say my peers are always around me like okay maybe they don't wanna I can't get this knowledge to them or they don't want to take now it or it's not now wanting to take it too much so we're like okay but I know you gonna support in your youth when your youth come or your youth is there like you will definitely nah because that's because like what I've gotten the feedback is like nah the people would like this people would are looking for that so I also saw like nah there's a want and a need for it a need actually so that is where the inspiration came and then I got last year I wrote through all my vision board see my vision paper that I wanted to do my goalie so through the whole year then it was in November there's other bra also that helped me with the indigenous Khoi Govab the language learning to speak it and so he's Denver Toroga. That man did say like, yeah, he has funds. He wants to also start a coloring book. He's looking here because I did previously I did works with the man. Like he saw my arts. Like now he would like to support me because he wants to support the indigenous artists. So I was like, okay, yeah, the vision coming, yeah, it's at full force. And then the man was, nah, give me your price, everything. Like, okay, here you go. And then it was like what? I think it was a 3 month, 3 months project. Yeah, 3 months. And then it came to, we manifested him. It's not as though the coloring book isn't done. It's not done yet. So we have now the pages itself. It's not printed and so yet. The project is basically still in go. So I was the artist in that project. So we're gonna still continue it. The money itself is also doing. Again, it's gonna be his coloring book. I'm just the artist. So yeah, that is coming. It's coming. 2025. Yes, coloring book is coming this year.
Okay.
Fast. If not that one, my one is coming. I'm gonna make one as well for the youths this year. So
So,
look out.
so just for interest sake, if if I or someone watching this wanted to also do a coloring book with your style and with a tribal type of art, how much you charge for that?
As in, for me, I charge a design. My designs are 300 for black and white, and then if you want color, it will be 400 rand.
So,
And then
okay. So it's per design how much they would want, how much pages they would want.
yes, we would go so.
Okay. Okay. And then where can they contact you if they wanted this? Because obviously they
You
can't
can
just
get
come.
me on the Instagram. I am Ra'ai. You can get me on the Facebook at Thurston Jacobs, or you can search on Facebook Abu Khan Arts. Same on Instagram Abu Khan Arts. You you can contact me even to the YouTube at Abu Khan Arts, and I am at Ra'ai. Yeah, that's the main answer. So you contact through those platforms and we will see what we can do. I would like to work with the mensen, no? Indigenous art,
Indigenous art, yes.
Pan-African, esoteric, tribal. Oh, we're gonna go further. There we go.
So contact him if you're looking for artworks, and if you want to do an art book. But it sounds like you've been putting a lot of work and you've been doing a lot of work. So obviously you can't, or you can, but it's not a good thing to be working all the time, whole time. So what are some of the things you do for fun?
Yeah. Okay, so like drawing firstly, just like it's not even work. Okay, like that's what was that saying? If you find something you love to do, it's not work. So the thing that makes it work is when there's funds involved. That is the main thing. So what I love doing, is making art. I love making music. That's what I do. I like organizing. I like learning. I like reading, watching documentaries, movies. Man, like learning new things as well in my free time. You see, exercising, eating. What I love eating as well, and making food. Not just
Most people.
the yes. I like making food as well. That's the other
That's a
thing.
big thing,
Most people don't like making food.
They want to eat.
We wanna eat, bro. But nah, I enjoy that. Um, yeah, I enjoy. I'm learning like now so to graffiti. It's again in the art, so just a different. So we like to explore, man. Just to stay active, stay busy. Um,
You don't watch movies or series
I
and
didn't
stuff.
voice. I love movies. I love series, especially animations. That is, and I haven't watched anime in a while, my bro. I want to tap into anime again. That's something, honestly. But now for now I've been on my series. I've been watching some movies here and there, and then a lot of documentaries. Yeah.
Okay. So tell me one thing that you find interesting about you that maybe no one else knows, but tell me something you find interesting about yourself.
About myself. I feel like I'm funny. I feel like I'm funny. I feel that interesting. That's one thing. that was the same move.
Say something deeper. I think most people can be funny,
Okay.
so but something that let's say we don't necessarily know about
That I find interesting.
about yourself.
Feel like I can see the okay. Yeah, I can see the future, my future. That's something I feel like. The dreams and shit like just corresponds like through dreams. I will say that I feel is something interesting to me.
You've seen your future through dreams. Like,
Sometimes.
give a scenario or time that has happened.
Yeah. I will, yeah, I would bring like my favorite one. Because I don't actually speak about it that much, but that happened to call it happened with me and you, and then I think Raquel was there as well. We went to that was at the beach when I drew Michelangelo in the garage. That was for me. I told you, brah.
What?
I drew Michael Angelo, the artist, brah. That day we met him on the beach, so that as I told, that was a dream that I had, and this was in high school, like, yeah, we met. That was in high school. So I called it. I don't dream. Like I don't know how to say. Like I can't say I had the dream the day before. You see, like that's something I also real. Like I'm not always remember to. Oh, I don't always remember the dream came specifically from that night. But I know I had this vision in my mind. I've seen it before, and you see. So that is why I also say it comes from a dream. But yeah, in the dream, I saw you. That's what I saw you, and he was just jolly. As we were like he was jolly. Oh, and then
And you've never met him before, no?
no, I haven't met him before. That was our first time we met about it. That's the thing, I can't say. I'm saying again what I drew. I feel like it was him because of how the things played out and the fact that that dream came back to me. Man. You see.
What you mean drew?
How
Did you
he-
draw him after the? Did you draw after
No.
the dream? Like what?
Yes, like I just said, I remember the dream. When we met him, I remember the dream. I told him, he was like, brah, I the dream of that shit happening. So we went to the beach. It was me, you, Raquel. We went to the beach. I'm not sure where, which one.
It was Clifton.
It was yeah. So let's say that we were watching the sun was coming down.
Yeah.
We had to leave because I know she was in the cack or she wasn't supposed to drive with us, something like that.
Yeah, she had to go home a bit early, but the traffic
was
made
too
us to
much,
stay.
yeah, so we said now we're gonna watch the view, but we were still in the water. So I know we were in the water. So I came out and then I started drawing the scene and I drew this eye. What I still remember the bath, the dress, literally the dress were in a going to the back. And then I drew him from the side, and then the waters came and washed him, and we moved. Then we came to the we're in the traffic. And we decided moest na kijken, dat is even te lang. We're gonna lamb on the side. We lambed on the side, we had a little blaze, smoking some of that good smokes. And then watching the side and shit. Yeah, we just looked to the music, that's the thing. The music was playing. Proud to say was drinking. Proud to say. Praises unto you as well. And then the man came, yeah, the park next to us. They came to us and he came like he was the first one. He came to the window sitting next to and the man like, yay. And then he asked of, yeah, you guys, how you doing? Smoking. And then, okay, you could see the guns already smelled it. And he wanted to partake. We had a liquor, lambing it. I had my drawing book. It was in close to me. I think it was like by the seat. Then me and the man, as we were smoking, paused it to him and we came to introduce each other. Like, whole time he was, as he's like, when I saw him already, it was already like the thing, it came in the mind, the thought came. But I never said anything or so. And then when the man started tapping out of, yeah, he's an artist and his name is Michael Ezra. And I was like, yeah, look at this. This feels so full. Then I told the man also that he gave me in that moment, he gave me some teaching advice. I showed him my sketch pad, my book. Man was like, okay, nah, I respect. He gave me like a nice advice of continue on your path, like keep doing what you are doing. Learn, but like that moment of we met him and we met another sister was also there. I'm not sure what the sister's name was, but yeah, the energy was beautiful, man. And then through that, after that, I never met the man again. It was been like he did give his Facebook. I know you had his Facebook. I couldn't get his Facebook. Then years later, kid, we meet. That was so terrific because they will meet in the hip hop scene, bro. You see, and that was at the, I think it was through the Mad one, huh? At the Jolly Car. Oh, it was before that. It was through that, yes, man. No, it was. I think it was before that. But yes, we met it again through the hip hop. And yeah, bro, the guy, like I was that time when I met him again, and I was also like, nah, bro, I've been on the journey since that time to this time. I could show the man like, nah, I've been learning a lot. I've been growing, man's been experiencing, and it was just blessment to see that all in fruition come to use. But that's the only one I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say too much.
Nah, that's all. That's all.
I also, there isn't too much. Like, but it was maybe out of 10, I can say it happened to me 10 times. I haven't seen every fucking moments in time. For me only.
That was an interesting story. But we have come to the end of the first segment. So we're just going to take a short break, but we will see you guys soon and then we will continue this show. But yeah, see you guys soon.
Drink your water.
Hi, are you from Cape Town looking for a place to record your music? Well, check no further because MX Blue has you covered. Our studio is located in Kraaifontein. However, if you do require someone to come out to you, that can also be arranged. So if you are looking for a place to record or you know of someone that needs a place to record, down below in the description I will put a WhatsApp contact. You can just send me a message and I'll speak to you. Just message the WhatsApp link down below and let's get started. Let's record your first song. Yes, and we are back with some more questions. So before we left, we were speaking about I having dreams that came true. So let us get into your music because you've just spoken about your art so far. Yeah? Let's get into your music. But first, before we get there, I always have some icebreakers to the second segment. I have some would you rather's here for you.
Would you rather?
So I'm going to give you some would you rather's. The first one is, would you rather lose all your past memories or lose the ability to make new ones?
Wait, I would lose a but I would lose the past memories, but that with that though,
You're making new memories, but your
and then
past
you're gonna remember.
memories,
So that's from
you're not gonna, like from this moment now, you're choosing the ability. So you're either losing all your past memories or you lose the ability to make new ones from this point.
I wanna say, yeah, I'll say yeah. I need to kill. I'm looking at the paradox in that man because now I want to make all time. I'll say with the choose to make the new memories.
Okay.
You see, yeah.
So you find losing all your other memories, you just want to make new ones.
Because I might go and relearn like experience maybe a lot, but like yeah.
Right, true.
You gotta be that. Imagine that though.
Not able to make memories, that's a hectic one, no? But there are some people that have both these things that have lost their memories and can't make. That's a hectic one.
And typed in time. It's like a time
no.
capsule.
Next one. Would you rather have the power to change the past but not be able to return to the present, or see the future but never be able to change it?
Yeah.
Change the present too. It's not perfect. So you can see the past, or you can go to the, see the future, or go to the past.
Say the question.
Would you rather have the power to change the past but not be able to return back to the present? So you go to the past, change it, you can't come back. Or have the ability to see into the future but unable to change the present times or to change the future that's coming. So you just know what's coming, you can't change it, you can't
I
do
will
anything.
take that one and all.
You would rather be able to see.
We move forward, my brother. The past is everything happened as it's supposed to
You're
be.
technically
So that's
moving forward also. If you go back into the past and you change it, everyone else will be able to feel it, but you won't.
exactly.
You will just go through that path.
Okay. Yeah,
So you're going to the past to change it, but you can't come back.
I would still because at this moment I don't know what I should change in the past to make a lot of things change. You see, so yeah, let the past be.
Rather have see the future, see the visions of what's to
Because
come.
I already see that. I can already see some shit. So yes, that will be another power. It'll just be another power.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you your last one. I have a few here, so I always make the guest choose. There's 3 here, so between 1, 2, 3, which one would you like?
3.
Number 3. you chose the one that I made that was out there. That all the rest were close together. But yeah, this is a weird one. Would you rather have penis-sized nipples or a nipple-sized penis? You chose it.
Yo, that's right.
You chose it.
At first, I'd rather have the nipples. Give me them nips. Give me them nips. They must feel actually lick as well. Like, damn, then I got 3 of them. So, the more the merrier, right?
The girl can. You and I.
You can sit on my chest.
You and I. That is
That must be. Nah.
But if you're gonna have the nipple size thing, is you must not gonna. Oh yeah. But
That
you'll have a
depends on-
normal size thingy. Yeah.
You see? Yeah.
Normal size
No, that
organism.
Imagine that.
But no, quite. That was the icebreakers. I like giving that.
That will go far.
Okay, so let us get into your music. That is something we kind of haven't spoken. You said you never actually said you do music, but you do art, which kind of
I do hip hop.
parts of music. So you don't do music, you do hip hop.
I do hip hop. And the hip hop that I create is music as well.
Of course, yes, but when we say music, I'm saying other genres like pop.
Yes. No, that's what
reggae.
but I do hip hop mainly. And I mean the music and the arts as well. Definitely. So we do them all. I'm an artist.
So what is your experience like being an artist, especially now since you also came out of a group of being, part of a group. Now you're alone on yourself. What is that experience like being an artist in Cape Town?
It's humbling. Also, it's a humbling experience. It's it's I would say it's more responsibility as well. Like you have to now, uh, or me as an artist, you have to think of what you want as an artist. You should be realistic as well, just from what you want to do with your art. You see, because away you can either do it for the pleasure out of like I'm just I like it. Also you can do it now. We're gonna make funding. We're gonna actually I can make a career, a financial career out of this. This you can do it out of the love for it as well. The sheer impact you want to create, even just to inspire the main. So yeah, I would say is choose. Yeah, choose why you want to do your art. But it's hard. Also, I will say it is hard to be a solo artist or individual.
On your own.
Yeah, a collective is because I would like to get again into a collective. I just want to also experience how it is to be individual. But collective is best, man. A collective is always stronger.
No
And
doubt. I mean,
you see.
if you look at the independent artists, they have a whole team behind them. No one's really independent.
Exactly. Okay. At the moment now, like when you don't have that team, you see, so
Yeah.
you alone.
But technically, at this moment, you were supposed to be paying other people to do the things, to do certain things for you. That's how we're supposed to do that.
Yeah, that's the other thing of like it depends on how you want to take it as in, or you want to do this out of what is your reason and your purpose behind being the artist. But otherwise, it's beautiful. It's a great experience and a privilege to be an artist here in the Cape Town. Um, yeah,
So what is your reason then?
to be an artist.
So what or the reason you make music? You said most now can do it for money or pleasure. What is your reason?
Yeah, I have lots of reasons. Like because again, I enjoy it. Like it's in my being already to just
Create.
to create. Yeah. So putting yourself out there still, or people even facing like the funding you can get paid for it, and so that is another to it. You see. So I would say at first it's just it's natural to me. I like creative. So but the other reason is again I want to preserve like again as hip hop man as in to for that like I want to preserve. You see, I can find what I can do with this art. We speak also now specifically to just the music now. Or
For
just
now,
an
yes,
artist,
yes, yes.
fully art.
But when you say artist, would you then encompass that also? Art.
As yes, for me the arts is like again it's just this different way. Like I use it also as a way of expression of exploring my thoughts, exploring my emotions. You see, so just because it comes in as different packages and forms, the experience of it is different and the outcome is also different. You see, so yeah, that is also the main is to just to express to being able to when I do this, I get this reaction, and so seeing what your art can do also, learning, experiencing the art, learning about what this art is. It's that whole journey man, of also why I do the art is all time unpacking it, finding out what this art actually is. You see. So yeah.
You specifically mention hip hop, right? As your main in music now. Why hip hop, and is it also your main source of in the drawing world? Was it just music?
For me, I'm gonna say hip hop is because also of what I come from, what I found, like what I was influenced by and inspired by, what I mimicked and got drawn to and wanted to be like was hip hop. You see, so yes, it comes through the music and it comes through the art, and again it comes with the dance. You see, like yeah, just the whole music. So hip hop was always since the beginning. It was always my inspiration, man. It was always yeah where I dragged my influence. I wanted to do the break dance, then I learned it and I did it, and I just had to improve on that skill. And the same with the art was I saw the graffiti on the train. I saw the videos on the online. I saw the graph on the walls, and like I want to do that. And then practicing it, partaking in it, and seeing okay, just improving in it. So yeah, it's hip hop is that drive also. Hip hop is yeah, it's that source for the music for me. It's my source of where I get my music from. Or one of the sources where I get my music from, yes. So yes.
And how did you come find hip hop? Like where did that who told you about it or showed you hip hop?
I would say again, what I can see is, what I can say is what I saw or saw, yeah, through the world was,
To the TVs and
I
stuff.
would say through, you know, what I can remember wouldn't, it would be the TV, it would be through the movie, it would be through like watching our cousin, watching like Leroy them, seeing the mains do it, man.
Okay.
So that is where, like, yeah, I would say mainly it came from the dance, where I could see it a lot was because that was one of the first which I again I didn't know. Yeah, I did know. Like I wanted to do it like that, and then I was doing it, the breakdowns, and then boom, and then you come find it was like I wouldn't say that when I was younger or when I was learning it, I didn't know exactly what this is. I just know this is breakdancing, or this is hip hop, and I want to do that. So I did it. You see, so that is where it come from. Seeing like I was influenced also as again family through the cousins, seeing the people do it outside, where so that you know, and just like yeah, I or I can't do that. Or just that movement that moves you, so that you also like nah, I want to do it. So that I would say is where the inspiration comes from.
And did you also get uh, positive feedback as you were doing these things? Like you said, now dancing, people tell you now you can dance jazz.
That would be why I also like it so much and why you continue is you get a positive feedback from it and you get recognized and nah, the means of ways like and then you get challenged also is with the ways nah you can't do that and I'm like but I can't do it and then I show you I do it and then okay nah you go so it's that of yes there's a feedback, a give and take that, but it was mainly I would say this the internal is that like I want to do it and I done it like that was the best was especially with tricks man like learning backflips you see but like yo you feel a sense of accomplishment of knowing nah, I did this and I can do much more
Truly.
you see
So with that, there obviously also came negative feedback, right? Through both your dancing, music, and even your art, even through anything we do, there's negative feedback. How do you how do you handle negative feedback?
I try to understand it, understand the negative feedback first, where it comes from, and so. I would say also I had to learn how to deal with that, like really, because that is one thing. What the was like what do you say it was not too negative, but like yeah, why man stopped events into the tap away from the one, then you go and for the focus in the others was you see. So yeah, it would it would be just mainly to understand it to see why this is so and then also it's not to think I wouldn't worry too much if it impacts me on a heavy thing then it's like okay but if it's not that big the negativity then it's still like okay you don't need to pay too much attention or give it too much energy the negativity but I
Has there been negatives that were like
yeah
really
definitely.
And then like,
Okay, like
that was
in the
yeah, like make you stop drawing or something like that. Like or the next day you felt like you want to cry or something like that. It was nothing so big.
nah, I wouldn't say necessarily. Not too big like that. Just internally, maybe you might give yourself that barrier of yeah, I'm gonna stop now. I don't because I feel like this. I'm not gonna rather do it. Do so.
But that also almost comes down to a person, because I'm sure before the the art stuff, when you have negative things that people tell you, I'm sure you handle it also a certain way. And you've seen people handle it like angry, like, what do you say? My handwriting sucks or something like that. Like,
Yeah, you take cut of it as well. That's one thing I
and
would say.
that's also
Just
another
to, you would,
thing, is
I
you
would,
take
I would
cut of
laugh
it.
about it. I would.
And then that also changes.
That is how I deal with negativity. Is turn the negative into a positive.
Positive thing.
We
No, but
use
it's
that
true.
negativity.
Because sometimes the negativity can be a truth. Someone is telling you, listen here, your work is cut. Unfortunately, it's cut.
It is not even a yeah, it's not they just not even maybe a negativity.
It's
but
not supposed to be, but you must start taking it in as
yeah,
negative.
yeah.
Jeez. I mean,
That's true, you know, how the truth can be either positive or negative.
but it's
But
at the end of the day, it's your perspective. It's your
truth is the
perspective on it.
truth,
It's
whether
like-
you like it or not.
It's like if someone tells you, yo, bro, you take a cuck every day. If it's true and you feel offended, why are you offended? Because it's true.
See, yeah,
It's
so
nothing.
it's like that.
You take any cuck.
But yeah, it's how we work. We work with negative, we turn a negative positive.
True,
And we analyze the negativity.
I have a question for you. With opposed to drawing, with me in producing, I kind of, when I'm making a song, a beat, let's say this, I find it at times difficult to know. Okay, nah, this is done. No? How do you, when you're drawing something, how do you know, nah, this is done? I mustn't add any more stuff. Like, how do you know that?
That is how I was like, it is never, it's never really done, right? That's the thing. What I know is you can always add, and you would always want to. Like I have this sweat I wear. Sometimes it even looks incomplete usually, but then and then I would just be like, okay, no, let me stop. So I would pause myself, put myself on. Okay, this is enough now. Let us share this. Let's give it to
I think that would be the
to the
ending,
world.
you would say, was now the ending of the drawing. You
That's
don't add
again
more.
not that's something with for me is not no like sometimes it depends also on how I am in my zone of drawing. Like sometimes I would digitize, then that would be like okay, that's clear now. Or then others would be like say now sketches, just which is also now just there, which I would go in and add to
I see.
now and then, but yeah, I stop myself. That is just I say okay, it's done. I was always gonna in my mind. I'll always see it like I don't know. Yo, I can still add, but okay, it's done to the rest of the people. It's finished. To me, it's never really done.
You must just let it go. Now, I feel like that's with most people who make art, and that's why I just wanted to know. Because I also especially with beats, because there were times I've given beats to artists that I feel is incomplete. Then they write something, and what they have on there completes it. So it's even that, it's that whole extra that someone is also maybe going to add something to you or take it in a certain way.
That environment helps you a lot. That feedback, that helps with the completion. Like again, you would question yourself like, oh, it might be complete. Like they was that looks like it might
Actually,
but
be complete.
but again is when you come back to it, then you're gonna again So it's like that.
But you learn, man. Like, with one thing you can do is you can say, okay, I could have added this in that drawing. Maybe next time let me add that. So the shading or whatever, I should understand.
Right.
But yeah, we've come to the end of the second segment. That was actually
How
quick.
much
huh?
segments do you have?
Just 3 segments.
Okay,
So we're gonna do
let's see.
one more after this.
Bless it,
And
bless
then we're done. But yeah, we're gonna take just a short break again, and then we're gonna come back and continue this. So see you now.
Buffalo Soldier.
Tell me, Ra'ai, what is the week of decolonizing?
Blessed, blessed. We will be having a decolonization week starting the 25th of February 2025 up until the 1st of March 2025. Decolonization week will begin at Cape Catacombs in Trenchtown Observatory. We will be having a partnership with the Cape Catacombs where we will be having music and arts, hopefully a screening as well as speakers. Then on the 26th, we will be having our opening launch at the Castle of Good Hope. So there will be traditional healers, traditional speakers, indigenous leadership, Rastafari leadership. And then on the 27th, which will be at the Wave Theatre in Cape Town, that will be our main performance event where there will be the artists, poets, singers, etc. Then on the 28th, we will be having our healer ceremony, and we will be also having the documentary screening and speakers as well at the Castle of Good Hope as well. Then on the 1st of March, that is the last day of the week, we will be having our parade, Adwa and Salt River Parade from the Menelik parking lot up until Parliament. That is the decolonization week for 2025, planning for 2026 and so through. Blessed.
See you guys there. Decolonizing week starts 25 February. Yes, we are back with the last segment with Ra'ai. We spoke about the introduction, where he got his name from, his music, his art. So let's get into a more, that is political, a more political topic, which is decolonization. So Ra'ai, you are an active advocate, you would say, on decolonization, right?
Yes, I am.
Right, cool. So why do you think that South Africa is still colonized?
Mainly, I would say because of the first is like our languages. I would say like a lot of celebrations and things we celebrate days of the that we keep holy. I would say our religion is also we are still a lot of us so we are very segregated in just housing where people live. So I would feel that is still from colonization. The end, yeah, like certain opportunities that keeps us also colonized. Some opportunity that we're not maybe all in favor of or get favored for. I would say our way of thinking as well is colonized. A lot of the way we think is still very, very colonized, very westernized. It's a lot in just in our habits also, in our day to day, our environments, which is where I'll say I see and feel keeps us still colonized. Yeah.
You mentioned the types of holidays and stuff. Are you talking about like Christmas and Easter and those type of holidays?
Yeah, your bride days.
We don't have, you don't know of, besides now Heritage Day, Africanized the public holidays. No, there's no African, besides also Youth Day, but that's...
There is like there's Africa Day as well. There's Black History Month.
Are they public holidays? Or like that's what I'm saying.
Public holidays. No.
In terms of like that, because we can celebrate anything, but public holidays is say
Freedom Day is there. No, yeah, it's Freedom Day.
And Youth Day was.
And then Youth Day, Heritage Day. They say Reconciliation Day.
Reconciliation.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Jesus or what is that?
The Reconciliation Day, what was that? I think it was the reconciling between, I'm not too sure, but you can Google check it. Is it the Boer and the Zulus? It was a reconciling between the war or so. I'm not too sure exactly, but yeah, that is what I remember. And then you're thinking about the Ascension Day, that's what you're talking about, the religion one.
with the Easter time
Ascension.
thing. But okay, I'm gonna search reconciliation because
Yeah,
But
that
okay,
is
that's
something.
interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't. That's the other melody. That's the missions. That's what we want to call. We would like to do that with Ashley Creel. We would like a Ashley Creel Day even.
A public holiday.
Public holiday, government means us created for us. But away we also have to do that work to create these days. You see,
Of
so
course, yes.
away,
That's
but
fine.
it must
yeah.
be recognized. But away, it's
So-
not too much.
So, what are ways you are trying to decolonize, create, decolonize to take them away or what?
It's through my art, it's like through my music, my artistry, my music, my art, through hip hop, by making people aware firstly that we are colonized and making them aware of how we were colonized, when and who colonized us, trying to understand and make them understand of why we are colonized. That is now through the music that I bring that messages across through the arts, through also being engaging now like with NPOs, NGOs, people that I see are actively doing these things. So getting involved with that, yeah. I would say also in myself learning about it as well. Learning to speak like our native tongues and yeah, just so that I can decolonize your tongue basically. Which other ways I would say in eating, in the way I even look at the religions like
Can we just,
yeah.
because it just struck me now. Eating, yes, how is that colonized? Would you say we colonizers or culinary wise?
Yes, because I would say like the food and stuff that we eating, food. Like what I know of, I think that's even is from America. Like what is that? The pains and the poikis or so stuff. Like they say maybe the maids didn't eat the slave master didn't eat these foods and they would give it now off to the slave master, the slave or the worker or the boy or whoever is in that home to the domestic and then say now through that is how it's like because there isn't anything else now that you can so we're gonna make a feast out of what we have and I would say like such things is how certain foods that we maybe are eating is still colonized and again I can't say I know exactly but like foods that was brought even foods like fruits and veg that was maybe even brought what they mean to you that we are still now partaking on today. It's a you see.
Do you have examples of
That's what I'm trying to think now, actually.
Because I know they are, so like we can say coconuts are probably something that's not from here. I can't say it's necessarily from a colonized thing. But wouldn't you say then that is kind of for us, if we can maintain it well, a good thing that we are also taking a plant from another place and kind of moving it to another part of the world, even if it had to come through.
Like again, I'm not too knowledgeable of the foodie like of ecosystem and so, but what I know is that is like bringing a hybrid or not even a hybrid, a alien species to a invasive species. So if it's good for that environment, if the environment can take it, can evolve around it and make it do, unless the environment will decide most for that also. It's like, okay, then you must move or, but again, if people are implying that if so, then that thing's not coming alone, it's coming with men's and we will force it here. That would be the colonized part of it. So, but that is something I must actually more tap into again. That's the daily, that's the learning. As we speak it, also what come forward, what you can learn.
So, with colonizing, right, there obviously has to be the colonizer. Who would you say then is colonizing our land or colonizing us? Who is that person or entity?
What we would say is 1652, or let's say 1510, but I know of the history. The Portuguese came they had some altercations. It was first all friendly vibes with the indigenous people from the southern part of Africa. They came a violent altercation out of that. So there was a war that broke down in there, and they got slew, they got destroyed. Like there was death. So they went away, and I'm not gonna say I'm not too sure. Well, I don't think that they were here to colonize, but let's say on the next wave, who came? Jan van Riebeeck, he is a Duitser man. So with that man's coming through, and not just him, but he is also his army or the battalion that the man is here. I would say that was where like we got the people that came first and stride and achieve their colonization. Maybe they looked at that first situation of the Portuguese and they were like, okay, let's learn from that. It's not go next time unarmed.
That's 100 years.
But they keep the record. That's what I know.
Oh, definitely.
So
I mean, we've been
they in the art of war. They understand the war. That's how the fuck they colonize. They go look at that, you see. So I would say that is what at that time is the Dutch. So it would be then the Dutch and then the British also came. So the Dutch and the British.
And the Portuguese also colonizing us.
Now at that moment the Portuguese did not colonize. It was the Dutch, then it was the British.
But there was...
I would just still say it's like that colony that they created in that time already, or what they tried to set up. Like that is still, I feel, is still colonizing us. Like we are still in remembrance of that system and that colonial ways.
And as well as there was most of the time, I think you also drew at the Berlin Conference thing where they split everything up. That as well. Do you know of them unsplitting? Like, because they had to split, meaning write it into legislator. This is what you own. Did they then write it back and give it back?
I was inside the land and
who owns the land?
I don't think so. No. That was when you are saying of independence, of if we got independence and so.
Basically, is what I'm asking. Did we get it?
I do not think we got it. Like it was what political independence, yeah. We can say we are more politically able. They would want out the stats and vices like economically we're not.
True.
Yeah, we're not there. So like maybe certain papers got signed and then certain papers are like how fast.
But yeah, there was most definitely some sort of independence from the National Party at that time.
But yes, I feel like we do not have full
at all independence at all. Because what would we be dependent? Because we are in South Africa specifically, we sell our resources to buy made things, materials, which is so there's not really much independence going on.
Tough, no?
But yeah. So what is colonizing? You are also having a week of decolonizing, right?
Yeah, boy.
What is that about?
Yes, we will be having from the 25th week on the week. They're saying the 25th till the 1st of March will be a part of the decolonization week.
25th February.
From the 25th of Feb 2025. Yay! Listen to that numbers. 25 to the 20th. We will be having it. Our first showcase we would like is planning to be at Cape Catacombs. The Cape Catacombs at Trenchtown. That is our. Is that a dog?
Yeah, it's a dog.
The dogs are singing, the dogs are praising, give thanks, praises. Yes, the decolonization is happening. We're going to be at the Cape Catacombs having our event in partnership with the Cape Catacombs. The Cape Catacombs has normally, say, monthly on the Tuesday. They have events there. I'm partner of that as well, the two of us. So we will be having partnership at that day. Then that is the Tuesday. Then the next day, 26, we will be having opening opening showcase at the Castle of Good Hope in the town.
What is that? What are you showcasing?
Okay, so the opening ceremony, there will be like indigenous leaders coming, leadership also from the Rastafari community. We seeing leadership from all different parts of the decolonization, the diaspora, the Pan-African community. So that will just be now to open up with the indigenous like dance. There will be a prayer. There will be say spoken word. They will give what is it? It's going to be ceremonial. So there will be things happening in it. But we're going to also give knowledge of what is to come the following. Then the next day, the 27th, we will be having our second performance event, the main performance event at the Wave Theatre.
Okay.
That is in Cape Town also, Wave Theatre, yes. That will be also local artists. We're going to have hopefully some international. But yes, that will be where the talents are going to be showcased. And then 27th, the 28th, we are going to be back at the castle. They will also then be happening again. I think we're going to be having the screenings, documentary screening of the Adwa. Also, there will be like keynote speakers, discussions on the history of decolonization, its impact, what we should be doing about it, what we can do, what we've done about it, like those discussions. Then the 29th, that is also going to be at the castle.
Is it 29th as well?
Is it the 29th? Okay, no, then I don't think there's a 29th. You honestly
Because it might not be.
Is there?
It's just 28th.
Okay, snap. Yeah, then that's the 28th is that documentaries and so. Then the 1st of March, we will be having our parade, our Adwa and Salt River Parade, meeting at KZK. You see, I don't even know, but we call it the Menelik parking lot. Menelik, we're calling it. That's part of that decolonization, you see, no? We are taking back, because this name, that's a Kaiser, that's a Dutch name. So part of this colonization is we saying this is Menelik Park.
And Menelik being the emperor before Haile Selassie, or when did he?
Yes. Is Menelik King Menelik the first and then Menelik the second? Yes, he is the one that came before. No. Before the emperor was his empress Taitu. Yes.
Okay.
So it was them two. Or reigning. He was before. So as we said, with the decolonization is we want to bring that name. That's an Ethiopian dignitary from Ethiopian bloodline. We want to bring that name to the parking and decolonize it. Hopefully bring a statue there, you see. Make that, yes, because we must take it Mustaki and that has been now. Yeah, the Adwa March has been since 2015. They've been going. I only started joining 2023. Yeah, 2023 was my first year at the Adwa March.
Okay, because I feel like it might have been also earlier, like 2022 or so.
Not that time.
You
But
said
yes,
all days, no? Did you say the second?
the first the 1st of March is the last now.
Okay.
You see that where the parade will be, where we will go from the parking lot, parading through the city to the parliament, where a memorandum will be handed over. There will be also discussions. There will be like speakers, and this is for the Adwa battle and for the Salt River battle.
So you're saying also on the handing a memorandum also for decolonizing or what?
No. As I said again, I'm new in that. That's the separate. Like the decolonization week is in partnership with the Battle of Adwa and Salt River. So it's like, it's one that is now that memorandum has to do with the Adwa and its histories. You see, so there is the members that are taking care of that.
Okay.
That is part again. It's part of the Adwa. We're just growing old time. Like last year was just the Adwap. Then we had a 3-day event. This year it's a week event. So next year maybe it's a 2 week. And it's a whole like we must bow it. So that is the decolonization week. Hopefully, or not hopefully, we will be continuing for the years to come.
And do you think it's important that everyone take part in this event somehow?
Yes, yeah, I should believe. I will also like because we this is groundworks, like this is grassroots work, this is us on the ground doing this. This is not government is not helping us with this. It is our like the Adwa movement is a I think it's an NPO, yes. But it is we are raising funds for this. So what I've done last year is Adwa like in my helping and contribution is I've tried to raise funds. So that is how I've seen already, like just for having people help. So we give thanks for that. It's for those that already help, you see. So those that see a need to be involved. But I would say this is for all people. Everyone should be involved and understand, because it's part of history, man. Like you should understand that what is decolonization. Why are we doing that? You know, like come to there and ask us, why are you doing this? Like, you see, come, because that's what the discussions are for, is you must come through, and if you feel a way about it or so, then come to us and talk to us, you see. But we would love everyone to be involved. That's because Adwa is global. It's a global event. So we're not performing, we're not celebrating, we're not hosting it alone. This is happening all over Africa, all over the globe, all over America, Europe. You see, that's part of that decolonization. If you wanted to be in everywhere, like how the Dacha March is, so we wanted to, the word must spread. You see, because I feel like it's an active duty, a citizen's duty to educate yourself on not even just the worldly affairs, but your country's affairs, your cities affairs, go smaller and smaller. So we give thanks for those who have been a part and those who are still going to be, because I'm going to come now in the new week, I'm going to come ask for your guys' help. So until that one, please.
Well, I'm also gonna see to come through to some of them. Might be working, but I will try and come through.
That is again what that I'll just add is not just these events, but as that citizen being a active citizen is if because manfastan people are working, people are going to school, people are studying. There's a lot that's happening. So we try to ask like the help is as simple as we are in this digital age, you see. So as simple as using that digital thingy, this thing in your hand, tapping into it, either slotting a comment there, slotting a like there. But most important is sharing is caring, you see. So that's part of the awareness. We need to get that out there, man. So yes, that is the minimum I would feel. Even there's another one, the last one is talk about it. You don't even have to get involved, but bring up the topic of decolonization. Minimum, pleasant.
Quite nice. I wish you all the best for that, and I hope that's because at the end of the day, you know, this is something we need as a country. For us to grow, we need to get rid of these people who's controlling certain structures. And if we call it decolonizing, or if we want to call it corruption or whatever, it has to be, you know, gotten rid of. But we have come to the end of the show. There was a lot that I want to ask you, but we can definitely have another one or more in the future, and then we can talk about a bit more stuff. But thank you for coming through. Thank you for giving your perspective and talking about your life and your experiences. And like I said, I hope all the best for the decolonizing week. And I do hope that you guys also continue this, because a movement takes 10 years is the beginning.
You see.
10 years is just the beginning. Sinds,
Because that again, like that's why I would say, like, what does the decolonization week say? Like, this is not coming now. This is coming from that 1652, from that 1510, from we like it's coming from back from. You see, so it's a torch, it's a work that is just being carried on, and the work is gonna, it must forward. They say decolonization is a process, so we part of the process, and we see the goal. We see the goal.
We make that goal a reality.
But give thanks. I will just give thanks for the space as well. That is also part of decolonization. The fact that there's a space where man can come and speak about it, because again that's what thing of decolonization is. The topic wasn't like naming certain people, Marcus Garvey, Steve Biko, Kwame Nkrumah. Like the answer was tough on it. You didn't have these spaces. These spaces had to be created, it had to be bled for, it had to be sacrificed for. So away, we give thanks that the man can also just allow these topics to be heavier. So blessed Mr. Magnus. What is the podcast? The podcast, what's it called?
The podcast name is Come We Talk Kak. The sense of it, I know it's a very abrasive thing, but I wanted it to be a space free for everyone, not just artists like you. I'm gonna expand it over because I actually want to talk to the community. I want to talk some kak to the community.
Because the community
Get
have a
their
lot of kak to
to
talk
say
about.
exactly.
People.
So I eventually want to get to there, and I'm going to get to there eventually. But yeah, this is just a space now for, I guess, the artists, because I'm in the artist space. So these are my peers around me that I'm giving a space for. But yeah, thank you for coming through, and definitely have another podcast soon. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope you guys do some more research also in decolonizing. Just this whole structure of government and how everything is placed. You'll actually start seeing how messed up everything is. And yeah, we're in a horrible space right now. You know, and with this government also how they're moving, it's not getting better. So give thanks also for you guys for pushing something like that. You know, we don't have really anything like that here in Cape Town, you know. So yeah, but I will see you guys next time. Peace and love for now. Safe.
Blessed. You are better than